hi guys! Hello. Welcome in. I realized that maybe I should have done a late night drawing stream today. Oh my god. I have made a mistake. You know why? Because it's Isa's birthday, but I wanted to raid into her birthday stream. Hello. Welcome to Line Art. Can you hear me? I didn't think straight. I wasn't thinking straight. Good. Well, let's make it quick. Line art. Let's quickly talk about line art, and then I'll raid into Isa's stream, and then I will be speaking to her as well. Quick easy line art tutorial, yeah. So, I don't know if you guys can relate to the pain of slaving away on a piece of line art. Like, you're really paying attention to the details, and then you zoom out and or you hide the sketch layer and then it looks like shit. I think a lot of us can relate to this. I hate line art. Same. Jules and Hongmao Kenneth. Quick one today. Oh no, I don't know. I'm not sure if my cat just did a poo-poo. So today we're going to learn how to not be in pain. Here's a drawing of Hotta I'm trying to line. I think first thing is that very first point is that you don't want to zoom in. At least for my style, because maybe before you start line art you need to get your priorities straight. What are your priorities? Because some situations call for a different way of doing things, right? For example, if your artwork is going to be looked at very up close, then maybe this method won't work for you. But my method will help preserve the energy of the sketch you did. You know how sometimes you do line art on your sketch and then it feels dead compared to your sketch. I think this happens a lot. Hello, Puck. Hi, Midnight. Line art Angie. So, priorities. Preserve. What is it? The energy of sketch. And maybe dynamic. So first is I recommend not zooming in too much. Don't zoom in too much. I think I take away this maybe a lot of artists will zoom way in and then do this. Like make the brush really tiny. I think this may be okay for the face because there's a lot of details, but if you're doing the arms and stuff, I don't recommend it. Especially if you are on a smaller drawing tablet and you're also drawing with wrist, because I'm restricted by that. I recommend zooming out so you can draw the whole leg in one fell swoop, is it? I think that helps a lot rather than going in and then, oh, this is as far as I can go when it comes to a smooth line. And then I have to connect all these smaller lines. I think that disrupts the flow of the line, the limbs. So for limbs, I recommend keeping it zoomed out. So maybe we can try doing the legs here. And just try over and over again till you get the right line. And if the line does not fall exactly where you want it to, you can use transform to manipulate the line a little bit. That helps. Like this line is a bit too far out, so I'm knocking it back in. I select it and then I hold Control and then use the arrow keys to take it in a little bit. Hello. I always do liquefy and transform. Liquefy is good for some things, but for big straight lines like this, you might run into the problem of the lines looking wobbly. Try to manipulate it with liquefy because it's like a circular tool and you push the lines around, and that can sometimes create warping, unwanted warping, like the lines go like this. I like liquefy for faces, but not necessarily limbs. But it's a great tool. And when you draw the lines, you're like, what is a good place to stop? Because I'm telling you to draw the line in one fell swoop. Oh my god, my cats. But if you have landmarks like knees, it's okay to stop because there's supposed to be details in there anyway. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like you can, because there's a landmark there, you're distracted. You won't be distracted by the lumps. The lumps in the line. Great, this is like, it's a natural break for the line. Yo, Kemi! One of the line arts of all time. Did Tabby's mic quality change? So, I don't think the Reaper plugin or my noise cancelling was working properly, so I switched back to the OBS noise cancelling. So maybe that's why it sounds a bit different. It is what it is. I didn't have time to really check the sound today. I will set the liquify brush to the largest. Yeah, that is a good way to use liquify brush on limbs. I actually don't know what her shoes look like. Shoes. No. I'm going to ease. Wrong VTuber. Where do I get your ears? Does it sound okay though? Passable. Does it sound worse? What if I wanted to draw painful line art? You are free to do that. That is your freedom. It's a free country. Shoes. I found her shoe. know if you guys run into problems doing line art. Specific problems. Again, I like to mostly use straight lines. Move it! Hello, cat! She wears sporty shoes, yeah! Cute trainers. I end up drinking the blood. Use blood for line art. I don't think that would be very effective, to be honest, because if you're using your finger as a pen, you know how when you cut yourself or prick yourself on the finger, the blood doesn't come out quickly enough. It's like a shitty pen. Like it's kind of like shitty pen, like a pen after you've dropped it a few times. For furry body parts, I think it's okay to have more breaks because it describes the fluffy texture of gaps in the line art, so I wouldn't overdo it though. Like just one gap here is quite sufficient. Smooth line, one fell swoop. Breaks in line. Describe texture. Like this looks fluffy. This looks smooth. Like this. Fluffy, smooth. Smooth. Hello, sweet face mukboat face is back. Let's do a face. Remember, you can rotate your canvas to fit your needs. Sometimes I like to do the points like a V instead of having the lines come together. Sometimes I like to do it like this. So remember, that's an option too. I think having variance in line art makes it interesting. When I do the face, this is as far as I'll zoom in. And if two lines don't meet, then, for example, these two lines, they're not meeting. They're very close though. Then I will erase one of the lines and then join them up to make them look relatively connected. did it and now it's hard to replicate. Like these. Oh yeah, it's very important to learn to not just put the pen down, but also erase. Honestly, I don't know how to connect this part of the fringe. And I feel like before I would get really stressed out about line art because I feel like the line art has to look good on its own, but that's not really the point. The line art is more for assisting the steps following, right? So don't stress out if your line art does not look amazing on its own because you're going to work on top of that. Is this for traditional too, or am I screwed? This does not apply for traditional art because can't really erase ink, sadly. Some points may apply, like trying to do as few lines as possible. I don't know what this piece of hair is, but it kind of looks good. I think the secret to line art is to approach it as if it's a sketch almost. Gotta keep the same kind of free feeling as sketch. Just imagine you are doing a sketch on top of your sketch. Just imagine you're sketching with a thinner pen. That's all there is to it. I think that takes a lot of the pressure off. Prick another finger when the first gets slow. I think you might run out of fingers. Fluffy feet. You can always cut more. What? What about thin versus thicker lines, or do you just decide beforehand on coloring? That's a good point. I think you might think that artists are deciding on whether the line is gonna be thick or thin the first time they put it down, but a lot of times they start with a thinner line and then they look at the whole thing. They look at the line art as a whole, and then they go in and thicken some parts of the line art, like this. So sometimes it might look like it's done in one stroke, but actually maybe sometimes it's done after the fact, the thickening. So I think I would start with just whatever, like a thinner thickness, and then go in and thickening the parts, strengthening, emphasizing the parts you feel like need emphasizing. I think that's a more less intimidating way of adding variation, line thickness, line art. Okay, see, I'm doing a fluffy part of her ear and the lines are breaking a lot. I'm making the lines break up a lot. And sometimes there are micro details in a line that can give you a lot of information. Or like give you a certain feeling. So I could just make this ear straight. This line straight, right? For the ear. But this tiny bump in the line, it makes it feel more like it's drooping. The ear is drooping. And play around with that. Not every line has to be a perfectly straight line, and some bumps can help a shape feel more shapy. If you know what I mean. Why the fuck isn't this stream starting? Did it crash? Refresh time. Pro tip. Refresh button. Okay, we have half an hour to go. For braids, it can be intimidating to do, right? It's like so many lines. I don't even know how it goes, to be honest. Like, it's like this or something. Just draw the contour. Just draw the contour of the braid. And then add some lines within, some thin lines. Inside the contour, and then now it looks like it's been all tied up, all tangled. 28 minutes in the past, oh my god. Hello, silly Murgle. Welcome in. Braids are hard, yeah. I think a lot of times the beauty in art is the things you leave out. You don't have to draw everything exactly the way it is. Sometimes it's what you leave out that makes it beautiful. Eyes. What about lines? I mean, what about eyes? Not much really. Oh, besides that, I would make the eyelid a much thicker line than the rest of the character, because you want it to be the focal point. Usually, the face. So, right now, maybe I could go a little thicker. Apparently, I've always been 5 seconds behind. That's not too bad. 5 seconds. Barely noticeable. Oh, for pupils, I sometimes like to flatten the bottom very bottom side instead of a perfect circle. I'll erase into it and then make it like this, because that describes the lower eyelid covering the iris. I think it's a nice way to show that the character has two eyelids without drawing the entire eyelid, because sometimes that can look weird depending on the character. And instead of a full lower eyelid, you could try just a very thin dotted line, like a lower lashes instead. Get new computer. That's easy for you to say. Beep beep boop boop. What should I say to isolate? Eyebrows, I just do a thinner line, honestly. Maybe keep it on a different layer just in case you want to move it around. That's my tip. Draw eyebrows on a different layer in case you need. I very rarely use more than one single line for my eyebrows. Mouth. Not much to it, except it's nice to leave the bottom unlined a lot of times. God, what does that sound? Oh, and yesterday someone mentioned that if you darken the corner of the mouth, it can look good. In this case, I don't think it would work if you darken both sides of the mouth, but like if you're talking a 3/4 view mouth, I would darken this corner only. Because this part is in shadow. These two planes are not really in shadow. So just a simple line is better than color making it dark. Because if you darken the other corner as well, it kind of looks like her tongue is rotated. Like it should be like this. But once you color this corner in, it looks like the tongue is more like pointing at you, which is uncomfortable. Hello, Jojo. Welcome in. Whenever you darken or thicken a line, remember that its lines are basically very thin shadows a lot of times. I remember I used to, when I really suffered with line art, I would always be changing my mind as I'm doing the line art. Like, I don't trust the sketch anymore. As I'm drawing, I'm like, oh, maybe this should be more angled like this. I would suggest trust your sketch. Even if it feels like it's not right when it's zoomed in, it will probably make sense when it's zoomed out. trust your sketch. Point 3. Sketch. Point 4 is thicken. Yo! Thank you, Cat, for the 50 gifts. Oh my god, that's crazy. Thank you! Pew pew pew! Uppy, uppy, uppy. This is so fun to play with. Whoa! That's crazy. Alright, I'll turn off the alert sounds. Thank you, thank you! Cat is at it again. Tabby been hitting us with the godsend tutorial videos. I'm back in my teacher era. Hello, Hotta. That's crazy. Anyways, we have no time to spare, so I will keep going. I feel like cause I'm talking and stuff, the line art turned out a bit but that's okay, you know. Maybe I was a bit too zoomed in. Just now wondering, how have I been a member for almost 3 months? I don't know. Oh my god, Albie, hello! Time really flies. Can you believe? Can you believe that time has passed? Can you believe the earth spins? I can't fucking believe it. Believe it. Stop spinning. Tuber has never seen a dime from me. Well, I guess you're lucky. Some people never get gifted. Like me, with my brand channel, my brand account. Why did I do that? Also, guys, pro tip, if you want to start a VTuber channel, set a new email, make a new Gmail, and then start your channel on a fresh email and a fresh YouTube account. Don't take an old account like me. Don't repurpose an old account. Like, it's okay to make a new one. Your old one is not going to go to the landfill and pollute the earth. Just make a new YouTube account. Because right now, I think it says I joined so many years ago. like my channel started so many years ago, when in fact I've been doing it for a year. That can be misleading. Ooh, I should write this down. Thicken, thicken, thicken line after wood. Why did I write 3? 5 comes after 4. Wait, what was I gonna write? Oh my god, I have 15 minutes. What was I gonna write? Oh, eraser is your friend. Erase into lines to create variation. Alright, let's do this leg. Leggy! I think maybe my philosophy when it comes to line art is less is more. Okay. I have a Hotmail email account. Yes, Tabby, I was there 1,000 years ago. If I did VTubing, no more Plangas. You can still name your new channel Plangas. Joined 4 years ago, right? It says I joined 4 years ago. Wait, what happened to Kobold? Kobold is here watching. YouTube won't let him chat? No, caged Kobold. Wait, that would be fun to draw. Only remember the vague design. It's more like his mouth has been taped. This is a prison with very wide bars. Ways don't know when I'm gonna be able to stop by another stream. Why do you say this every time? Where are you going off to? You're like the dad in animes. You're like Ash Ketchum's dad. You know how in animes the dads just randomly appear, be like, alright son, it's nice seeing you. See you never. They just show up for 1 episode and then they dip. Oh, what am I doing? I'm getting distracted. You're telling me you're not gonna be on YouTube? Wait, his dad is dead? I'm so sorry. Wait, you've been uncaged. How'd you do it? let the kobold out. Posture, hydration, and YouTube age check. I will guzzle. It is time to glug. Head too big to escape. It reminds me of cats. How they can squeeze through very tiny gaps. As long as their head can fit through, then the entire body can fit through for cats. Tabby, where do you post art? I don't. I don't. That's my problem. It takes so much energy to post. Welcome back to the land of the chatting. Yeah. Free kobold. Alright, foot. Foot time. Angle of this leg is a little bit different than I planned. Then just frigging transform it. No problem. This line I'm not super happy with, but this is my skill level while streaming. We'll have to deal with it. Like I was saying, don't overthink the details in your line art, especially if you do a painterly style. If you do line art style, things might be very different for you. If you're the type of artist who keeps the line art separate from everything else, like you have tons of layers, might be different for you. But I'm not that kind of artist. I have no organization skills. And for me, I always merge my line art into the artwork anyway. Oh yeah, maybe we can talk a little bit about shoes. So like this detail about shoes, I think a lot of people might draw the top of the shoe straight across. Like this, but I noticed that a lot of shoes, they are designed. The design is like this. It dips down and then it has a lip at the back that protects your ankles. It's more like this, really. Because remember, you have a bone here. So it wouldn't make sense, or I should say it would be more comfortable for the shoe to dip down here. So this bone has some room. Yeah. And it's not rubbing against the shoe. Tuna! I thought the join appears when you create the channel or able to post comments. Yeah. I did create the channel way back when. Way before I started streaming. So it doesn't match up with the time I actually started streaming. And that's kind of annoying. But it's okay. No big deal. I don't think it affects the algorithm or anything. Zoomed in. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm letting the lines break more because it's a fluffy tail. Okay. Ta-da! Oh, the hands. Stream around 2-3 a.m. your time. No, I see. That's so sad. Thank you for dropping by then, that's crazy. How come I always end up in jail? When else have you been in jail? Cold is kicking my ass. No! I hope you have lemon and honey. Get more sleep. You consider you can draw anything to your VTuber model, like expensive clothes like Gucci or things like that. It's like a VTuber superpower in my opinion. That is something to think about. I could give myself Chanel. But then why stop at luxury brands? Why not have a beautiful flower-shaped nose? Why not get weird with it? Guys, I have to wrap up. Sorry, I couldn't do the hands. I have to go raid in Isa's stream. And stick around in Isa's stream. And because I will be wishing her a happy birthday and then showing her the artwork I made for her, which I finished last night. How long have you been drawing? So many years. Let me think. Over a decade. But I didn't really get serious about it until a few years ago, I would say. I didn't find my own style until a few years ago. Before that, I was just drawing for school and some competitions here and there. Or more like one competition. I make it sound like I'm always doing competitions. No. I should have been. Line! You see, I feel like because I'm streaming, it's not as organic, expressive as the one I did off stream, but you know, the points I raised still stand. And I can go in and the lines switch up the lines afterwards and it's fine. Like, drawing on top of the line, it helps to vary up the line weight a lot. If you can see what I'm doing on top of the sketch, the line art. Anyways, artists are so cool. You are cool. You are cool, Tuna. Alright. What's it? Goodbye doodle? What's the ending doodle? That's the one. Ending doodle time. I would draw myself locking Kobold up. Wahaha. Jailed. Jailed forever. Various looking Tabby. Wait, why are you bringing up tax fraud? Anyways, Tabby out! Let's go to Isa. Isa birthday party time. Out! Alright. Go connect the raid. Please stand by. Sit tight and ready to be launched into the ocean. Off to the ocean we go. And now I'm going to think about what I'm gonna say to Isa. Let's go! Tabby out! That's it!